be this brown fluid around the vitreous humor. The base
So
of
it's
it.
not like the solid thing?
It's not particularly
look at
solid.
this
It's like a marble,
one, okay?
man.
Yeah, so that's bits of the retina that kind of came out of the vitreous humor.
Oh, that brown thing? The retina?
This bit that
What's all
came
the
out.
black stuff?
Oh.
Choroid.
Okay.
So
Optic disc.
So all right.
Tapetum lucidum.
So normally the retina would be like on top of the tapetum lucidum, and behind the tapetum lucidum you can kind of peel it back a little and see that black stuff underneath. That's the choroid body.
Black stuff.
And
What?
the choroid body underneath the tapetum lucidum, or tapetum lucida. So that's the choroid, which sits on top of the sclera, and the sclera is this thick part that you had trouble cutting through.
Okay, so what's the rainbow-ish color?
That blue looking thing.
Yeah.
The tapetum.
Oh,
Tapetum lucidum.
What's the ciliary body?
So just kind of continuing the tour, actually. So, all right, so that's the sclera, which makes the white part of the eye. So that's sclera 2. The sclera gets clear to make the cornea, which is this tissue here. And so light goes through the cornea to get into the eye. And so the light has to go through the cornea, and it has to go through the pupil to be focused on the retina. And the pupil is kind of the hole that is surrounded by the iris, which is this. That's the iris. And then the iris is surrounded by the ciliary body, which is this kind of relatively ruffly part right there. And so the light goes through the cornea, then it goes through the pupil as contracted or dilated by the iris, and then it goes through the lens, which is this stuff here, this right here. I am popping lenses left and right, that's pretty bad. The lens, which you can kind of still see through, and if you look through it, everything does kind of appear upside down. So if people want to try that,
Whoa. Looks like a marble.
I know, so that's the lens, and then it gets focused on the retina and, perceived. And then this bit, it also has to go through the vitreous humor, which is what this jelly bit is.
See? Jelly.
Yeah.
Vitreous humor.
Vitreous humor.
Vitreous
Put that on
humor.
your test. It's gonna be a point. Wait, the cornea then the pupil?
Yeah, cornea.
I have a question that's not
know those?
that relevant to this specific lab.
Sure.
In a human eye, if you were to cut it in half, would this part have the color that gives color to our eyes, or would this part have the color that
Actually,
gives
it would
color
be the iris. Those little muscles that contract or dilate to make the pupil bigger or smaller.
And the iris
That's
is
the
in
color.
here?
Yep. So the iris muscles.
Just wondering.
That's okay. That's cool. So that's the tour.